Uh, Hello, gamers. What's up? Pyre with the first redemption. Hi Kaiba, hi Soup, hi Cyclone, hi Harper. Happy New Year, everybody. Hope everybody's having a good day so far. I want you to know, uh, not even 3 minutes into this stream, uh, reading Kaiba's message already got me doing the, pinching the bridge of my nose maneuver. Happy freaking New Year's. What's up, Kami? Been a slow New Year's Day. I see. What did he say? You can't even see it. Well, Kami. Kaiba said, Chat, I think my glandstone is engorged. So yeah. If I'm about to make a 5x5, you already made one early. Soup got stuff to share. As you can see, I got the 3x3 on the screen. We're making a 3x3 right now. The quarter. You said I was first. Damn. What a start to the stream. But yeah, we're doing the thing. I've been doing it the past few quarters of 2025. Did I stretch? I think I already did stretch. The Cyclone stretch Haynes redeem. But yeah, we're going through all the stuff I played, read, watched. You know, the putting a 3x3 together of my favorites of the things I did in the last quarter of 2025. But first, I want to make a quick little detour because I realized while I was looking at this, to put this together ahead of time, I was like, I forgot about a show in the quarter 3. It wasn't in the list, and I looked at this file and it wasn't there. I was like, what? And I feel like I can't not mention it, even though the show itself was okay. I'm talking about this show, this poster right here. Can you see the mouse? You can. Turkey, Time to Strike, which, if anybody was in the know at all, prior to this show's release, it was just pinned as a bowling show. And that's it. Like, you got a group of girls and they're bowling. Oh, hell nah. Get it, Turkey? Like the thing in bowling when you get three strikes in a row. Pin, you get it? Thank you. And I watched the first episode expecting just like a, sports show about bowling, maybe some Yuri in there. And at the end of the first episode, there's this funny reveal where they get sent back in time into the Sengoku period. I'm spoiling it because I don't think anybody's gonna watch this show. I wouldn't recommend going out of your way to watch it unless a bowling time travel period piece story is up your alley. Then I guess give it a shot. It wasn't as bad as I expected it to be after that first episode. It was like fine, but it wasn't great either. There's some stuff that show did that were surprisingly neat. Like there's a dynamic in the show that was, you can either read it, it's Yuri, or one of the characters is a trans man. So it's pretty cool. Is this the first stream of 2026? It sure is. What's up, Mike? But yeah, that was the show I forgot from the last quarter. I feel like I did write it in my document that I've been keeping where I write stuff down that I watched so I don't forget. And I feel like it just didn't save. But I don't know, maybe I just actually forgot to include it wholesale and then just missed out. But that's not why we're here today. That was the quarter 3 thing I forgot for the one time. Oh my god, I'm dropping frames in the first stream of 2026. I almost said 19 for some reason. Not 2019. That was a long time ago. Yeah. We're not dropping frames anymore, that's good. Did I post that I was streaming? What's up, Kaiba? Oh, I threw a turkey and I got sent back in time to 2019. Holy shit, it's just like turkey, time to strike. Anyway. It's time for quarter 4 stuff. And first thing on the list, I gotta scroll down. Oh my god, there's so many things in this folder. This is the most stuff compacted into a quarter. Out of like all the 4 quarters. Actually, I think technically that's not true. If I include all the different Uma Musume stuff at one time, while, but other than that, first thing from this quarter was a show that just had an episode that was after the cutoff for last time, so it happens. But I'm talking about another alright show, Witch Watch, which rom-com. It's nice. Nothing mind-blowing. I think the fact that I was watching so many other shows simultaneously alongside it, and the fact that it was a 2-core, I was kind of like, okay, I get it. In the second half, going through the motions, watching it every week. But that's not really the show's fault. It's alright. It's just, it's an okay rom-com. But yeah, you got main character's a witch. She's got a bunch of not fully human familiars, but because of how the system in the world works out, they just look human, which is a little, I get why it's like that, you know, you want to have characters with fun gimmicks, but also just a pretty standard high school setting, so it works for what it is. And it's neat. Lots going on at the end to end the year, many such cases. Yeah, it's true, it's true. But yeah, there was only like 1 episode of this actually this quarter, so it just happened to end after the quarter 3 cutoff, as it goes. Next up on the list is the first Kami movie night movie of the quarter. Everybody's favorite movie. Lost in Translation. And by everybody's favorite movie. That was sarcasm, in case that didn't register. Because this movie kind of sucks. There are things about this movie that are alright, like the score I remember being solid, the cinematography looks nice in places, but this movie's just, a lot of it is just, hey, this guy really hates his wife. Did you know? He fucking does not care about his family. And B, it's just racist. No, not Lost Media Slayer. What's up, Slayer? What's up, Advent? Might be my best stream of 2026 so far. I would hope so. But yeah. I hate my wife, I hate my chud kid, and I hate Japan is a good way to sum up this movie. What it's about, because it's a white guy going to Japan for work, and he's there, and he's like, man, I sure hate my wife. I'm glad I'm away for now. But at the same time, he's like, man, Japan sure is weird. Am I right, audience? The whole time, and it's like, okay. It's not very good. Not a big fan of this one. Waka waka. Alright, next on the list. You just got here. Is this just movies / shows? No, this is all the media I like, games, shows, movies, books I read, watched, played, etc. I say all in air quotes. There's probably stuff that slips through the cracks. Like new music I listen to, I usually don't include a lot of that unless it's an album that really stuck with me or something. But you know. No wonder Japanimation was set back 10 years of popularity in the States. Apparently this was critically acclaimed back in the day. In the far-off year of 2004, right? This movie came out somewhere around there. But yeah, in the big 25, 26 now. Like, ooh, this is racist. Yikes. We love Japan. 03, close. Speaking of Japanimation, next thing on the list, we're going 1 week forward to another Kami movie night. We got Cat Soup, which was pretty cool. Real surreal animation going on here. And kind of a more graphic than I expected. Cinema. Yeah, this was cool. I liked it. I liked Cat Soup. Might not be everybody's cup of tea because of how weird and graphic it gets. But it was short, thought-provoking, well animated. I had a good time. I feel like I don't really have much to say about it because of how weird it was. In a literal sense. But just know that I liked it. They kill at least 3 people on screen, which you did not see coming. Yes, it's violent. Crazy things are happening in Cat Soup. But yeah, it's cool. Next up on the list, more Kami movie night stuff, because that week we watched multiple things. This was like a short thing. This was a short film. Well, not even like an OVA. Wasn't that long. But yeah. Next thing on their short one was a documentary, The Shining Star of Losers Everywhere, which is a documentary about horse, as you can see here, Haru Urara. Name might sound familiar to some people in the chat room because of recent happenings. But this was another pretty nice one, pretty short and sweet, not too much to say. Documentary about the horse and how one of the racetracks that she like raced at was not in the best position financially, but it got saved thanks to the horse, and it was cool. It was nice. Yeah, we'll get to a big hitter eventually, I promise. Something that'll be on the 3x3, but we're not there yet. We're not there yet. Not quite, not quite. Next thing on the list, another short one. This one's really short because it was a music video. On Your Mark. And it had pretty animation. It looked nice. It sounded, the song was good. Several entries in a row of Kami slop. Chill, Kami, chill. It's not, don't call it slop. Not everything is slop. It's not like that. There's a lot of things on this list. Only so many can be on the 3x3. There's only 9 spots. It's not all slop. Don't worry about lost in translation. You know. But yeah, nice music video. Again, it's a music video. I don't have that much to say other than it looked nice. It was funny that there was repeated animation in the music video. I was like, oh, I saw that already. But this time, something else happened at the end of the clip. I mean, movies are all a step in the right direction. Oh my god, bruh. Don't say that to me. Anyway. Okay, this is where I mentioned where we watched a fourth thing that day. An OVA episode of a very Kami, of a series near to Kami's heart. But I didn't include that here because it was just like one episode out of 2 in the OVA, and I never watched the other one. So I was like, well, I feel like I shouldn't include it. But I feel like I gotta mention it so that Kami's not like, what the fuck? I did like that episode though. It was, what is that series called? I always forget the name. It's Yokohama something. Kami will know. Yokohama Kaidashi Kiko. Yeah. That was a nice OVA episode. Very, very chill. Very pretty. It was good. But yeah, I didn't actually put it on here because I was like, I didn't watch the other episode. Smile. Monumental entry in the Yashike genre. But now on to the next thing. We've reached a video game. No, I haven't played a lot of those this year. But we got another one. We got Little Goody Two Shoes, which if you've been around these parts for a while, you've probably heard me say the name at some point. This game is awesome. This game is like it's a horror adventure horror adventure dating sim game with like mini game stuff. Story driven game. And the dating sim part, it's Yuri. So, you know. The first time I saw this game, I couldn't believe my eyes because the aesthetic is really cool. They're going for like a retro anime aesthetic. There's anime cutscenes in there. There's like an anime style opening. This is on your list for this year. Yippee! I would recommend this game. It's pretty cool. Technically, this has an asterisk on it because I didn't do everything in this game. There's like 10 endings, and you gotta play it a few times in order to get everything. The ending I reached, and well, the playthrough I did, I was able to get like 4 of the endings by reloading a save towards the end of the game and doing stuff a little differently. But that's only from like romancing one of the 3 romanceable options in the game. But I really liked that one playthrough of the game. It was kind of awesome. First? No, dude. That's not true. You're not the first of the new year. I hate to break it to you, Dave. But what's up, Dave? You're interested in it because you really enjoyed the Hell Maiden demo? Steam devs. Looking forward to that one. Okay, then. But yeah, Little Goody Two Shoes, I really enjoyed my time. That being said, I did start a second playthrough of this game, and I realized, replaying it is kind of tedious. Like, things aren't as skippable, like as quickly as I would like it to be. The stuff is kind of slow. So, in that respect, a little tedious. And I imagine if you, how much? Kami got him. That's fine. We're good. We're good. I imagine if somebody fucked up romancing one of the girls, because there's only so much in-game time in the game. Like if you were to hypothetically try to spread things too thin and like try to romance multiple of the girls in one playthrough, you're gonna fail and it's not gonna work out, and you might be annoyed at having to replay the whole game again. So from that perspective, it could be annoying, I'm sure, if you're not in the know. And like I said, just replaying it in general, I was like, oh, this is kind of tedious. But that one playthrough I did was really cool. I enjoyed the game a lot. I do want to go back eventually and like finish up another couple playthroughs so I can see everything in the game. Really enjoyed the story as is. Shout out Lebkuchen. She's awesome. And yeah, in spite of the problems I just listed with how the game is set up, I really like the game. I'm putting it on the thing. We got a square. We got a square. Wowie. Yeah, shout out Little Goody Two Shoes. Speaking of video games, we got another one. we got another one. Sonic Boom, Rise of Lyric is bad. You know, it's to be expected. I didn't expect to like this game. Dave came and he's timed out. A little unfortunate. Definitely not a hidden gem. Don't call it that. It's not lost media either. Not how any of this works. But yeah, this game is just like the thing I said while playing it was remarkably unremarkable. Like, even if it was fine in a technical sense, it would just be like the most nothing game ever. But it has technical problems which were annoying to deal with. It's just not good. It wasn't very funny to play. There wasn't like good level design or anything. Like 06 is a bad game, but I played the Sonic levels and I was like, there's something here. This is not like that. There's nothing here. There's nothing. Like, what do I want on my pizza? I want a pizza with nothing. That's Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric. Okay, next up on the list. We got, oh yeah, it did include a little something I read. Just saw it one time and I read it real quick. This is a one shot called My Puppet of Desire. And if you couldn't tell by the cover art, and this is a Yuri thing. And it was really interesting. A little fucked up, a little like, ooh, this is kind of crazy. I don't want to spoil too much about it. This scary ass cover, it's a little freaky for sure. Let it be known. There's a thing with drugs going on. I don't want to say too much because that would just spoil the thing. But it was real interesting for sure. Kind of fucked up. But it was cool and I liked it. And I thought it was worth putting on here and mentioning. So yeah, like not too much to say, but it was good. If anybody's interested in reading a freaky Yuri one-shot, which I can't imagine is too many of you, but maybe somebody. Smile. My Puppet of Desire. That's what it's called. Aga looks around, smile. You'll tap in, yo. Give you the name one more time. My Puppet of Desire. Alright, next up on the list, we got another movie. But it's not a Kami movie night. This one's a Kaiba movie. It is now bookmarked. Yippee! And we got Warning in Space. Just like a sci-fi alien monster movie with this starfish looking fella. And this was another one I enjoyed, which is most things on here. I realized, like, I enjoyed it. That doesn't really mean much, but it was cool. I did expect a little more of the monsters going into it, and then I watched it and I was like, oh, I see. Not necessarily a bad thing, just not my expectation of it. And considering the time period and I'm sure budget constraints, silly me, weird the monster. Yeah, I get it. It's a message that is about humanity and us being the problem to some extent. I get it, guy, but I liked it though. Also worth noting the influence this had on pop culture in general. This Starfish guy, big influence. Big influence. It was deep for the 50s. That's pretty true. That's pretty true. It was cool. It was cool. Mega Star Me Arco. True. Wouldn't be here without this movie. Also liked it. I think most people did, if not everybody who was around watching it. Right? That was at least alright. Alright. Next up. We got another movie. This time it's Stolenin, which is a band movie. Shout out to band movies. The band movies, the band shows, the band media. They tend to be at least a little cool. Not that kind of band. B-A-N-D. Band. Like a rock band. You know? No Slayer. Not the +2 for Eye Strike Battlefield. So dumb. Fans of band movies, stay tuned for one of our upcoming movie nights this month. Wowie! A teaser?
First primer of the year.
That's true. Thank you for the 14 months with Prime. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Dave. Yo, any primers? You got Twitch Prime. You get a free sub you can use every month. On your favorite streamer. Also, you were also the first personal timeout. That's also true. You were first on that one. First Prime sub, first personal timeout. Both go to largest Dave. 16 hours left for you. Year. What was I talking about? The movie, Solenin. It was nice. I'm struggling what else to say about it. Like, I definitely enjoyed it. But the fact that I'm not coming up with much may be a sign about how, like, this wasn't my favorite movie ever. How do I describe this movie? I'm trying to figure out how to talk about it without just spoiling it. I guess one thing worth mentioning is that this is an adaptation of a manga. And I know Kami read the manga, I have not. But about the wistful nature of your youth ending. That is a good way to put it. Thank you, Kami, for the assist. What is this song playing right now? Your brain's acting up. This is Battle in the Skies Above, also known as Combat Theme 4 from Xenoblade Chronicles 2. If you have felt aimless in your adulthood, lock it in. Thank you, Kami. Thank you, Kami. I do think this movie did a pretty good job at being that sort of film. Even if the execution leaves a little to be desired in certain places, but definitely not bad by any means. I enjoyed my time. The manga is awesome. You can just read that and watch the music performances if you wish. Yeah, if anybody's interested, take notes. Kami got you covered. Okay. Next up on the list is gonna feel a little familiar in the sense that it's another freaky Yuri one-shot. This one is called this is getting cut off. Hold on. You are still in a birdcage? Okay. Need to make sure. I think the word was birdcage. Wasn't 100% sure. Yeah, you are still in a birdcage. This one, a little more obviously violent from the jump. I'm sure you can tell. Violence for the sake of Yuri, you know, it happens sometimes. Women can do anything. Smile. Yeah, this was another one similar to the other one. I enjoyed it. Pretty cool, even if a little fucked up. And something I wanted to mention about both of these is that after, I forget exactly when, but at some point after I read both of these one-shots, Burra said something about me. Friend of the show, Burra, said something about how I like don't read Evil Yuri ever. And I was like, Evil Yuri, what does that mean? And she basically just said, you know, toxic Yuri. And it's like, looks around. What about these other things I read? I feel like I would categorize these as Evil Yuri with some toxic things going on that I enjoyed. So, you know, lawful versus chaotic Yuri. But yeah, I just thought that was funny. This one, You Were Still in a Birdcage. I read this one because I saw that it was the same mangaka as Witch Riv, which is currently in Jump. It started pretty recently, a couple months ago. At the beginning of that, I was like, "This is cool," and I looked at their other works, and I read uh, this. I read this one shot and another one that was just like the precursor to Witch Riv. I didn't include it on here. But yeah, this is the same. This is the same person as that. Witch Riv is epic. My ally. Yeah, that series is cool. I'm enjoying it so far. But yeah, this one shot was also neat. Next up on the list, this was a rare occurrence in the year of 2025, but this was a movie that I watched on my own time with nobody else, which didn't happen very much in the year 2025, but it happened this one time. I watched Baby Driver, which is a movie I had been meaning to watch for a while because uh, Edgar Wright car movie. I was like, this sounds like it would be epic. I think I like Edgar Wright uh, and car movies, as it were. Uh, but yeah, this movie was pretty awesome. I'm glad I got around to it. Really fun action thriller. About some of the cast though, I don't think I know what you're referring to. But let's not talk about that right now. The movie was fun. No smile. Oh, uh, canceled. It's okay. I stole the movie. They didn't get any money from me. It's a good ass movie. Don't worry. Moving on. Yeah, like I don't think it's like if you're watching a movie and there's problematic cast members, as long as you're not hyping them up, it's cool. And then it's like whatever, or like actively giving them money and such. But the movie itself, really cool. Glad I watched it. Definitely some crazy stuff going on with the editing and the shots. There was a shot at the beginning of the movie that was like a one take thing that was really cool. All the car chases. Uh, a movie called Baby Driver where the guy is driving a car and like that's his thing. He's a pro at it. I would hope the car chases are awesome, and they were pretty sick. Very simple story to a fault almost, I think. Uh, Baby Driver, adult driving. What the heck, bro? Why did you name the movie that? But it was a good, fun time. Uh, yeah. Would you believe it's not gonna be on the square in the 3x3 smile? On to the next thing. I played another video game after this. And by after this, I mean probably like before this, but also after this. I beat it after watching Baby Driver at like within a day or two. And that is a funny little game known as The Adventures of Lolo, which I definitely only played because they announced Lolo and La 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 in Kirby Air Riders at some point prior to this, whenever the second direct happened. I was like, let me play this game. It's on NSO. And it's a neat little adventure puzzle game. I liked it. It's a top-down thing. You got block pushing puzzles. There's enemies that try to kill you and are really annoying. This game is funny. I think if NSO didn't have Rewind, I would have been a lot more pressed while playing this game. I was crashing out a little at some of those puzzles because the enemies, how they work, like their movement and the ways that they kill you, is just really tedious. But figuring out how to solve the puzzles and clear the rooms was pretty satisfying, so I had a good time playing it. I cheated a little with the rewind, and by a little I mean like a bunch. But it was fun. It was cool. That's all. I needed to play this before Air Riders so that I can have the Lolo and La but different characters technically. This is Lolo. And you save Princess Lala. Not to be confused with Lololo and La La La. Totally different. Which is why I played it, because it's totally different. Anyway, the next thing. In the same week, I watched another movie on my own time. Nobody else. And that is Dogman, which came out February, I think, this year, last year. Smile. You low-key forget we could do that. What do you mean you forget we can do that? You can do that. You were like, I want to watch one more movie for every day for the rest of the year. Oh my god. Pain speech bubble. Dogman. I figured I would like this movie. I like the Captain Underpants movie, you know, related thing. Yeah, but you're different. Kami said he's the main character. That's crazy. But yeah, Dogman was another movie I got and wanted to watch. Looked fun. And I was surprised by just how fun this movie was. Really funny, charming, real touching movie for what it is. More than I would have expected. And also, it looks really great. Visually, it's in the same sort of realm as the Captain Underpants movie. Even something like the Peanuts movie, you know, CG kind of thing that's really faithful to the comics, the graphic novels. But something about this one, there's like a more clay-like aesthetic to the visuals that I really liked. It's really noticeable in some scenes more than others. Reminded me a lot of Kirby and the Rainbow Curse, which gorgeous game. Yeah, this movie looked really good. Yeah, Dogman, pretty awesome. Gotta say, really enjoyed this one, and some of y'all are gonna see that this movie is on the square and see what other movies are not on the square, and y'all are gonna look at me funny, but too bad, it's my stream. I do what I want. Smile. That hot dog, man. Let's go. I'm not fucking around. Speaking of people looking at me over movies that aren't gonna be on here, over Dogman that they like. Next one on the list is the third movie this week, which y'all might remember, those of you who were at the movie night for it. I was not fucking with it like that. That is The Girl Who Leapt Through Time. Looks around. Yeah. This movie was nice. It was not my favorite. I think the main problem with it for me was that just the main romance that they were billing me being like a fan of, rooting for, it just didn't click with me like that, which is there's a reveal, like, not to get too into it, for those who haven't seen it and might want to watch the movie. There is a reveal that happens, and prior to that point I was like, oh, this is a pretty nice romance thing going on and a fun premise for a story. And then the reveal happens, and I liked the romance a lot less afterwards. I was like, oh, something about this isn't working for me anymore. But if they were all awesome women, you bet. This should have been on me twice. I don't think so. Maybe. It's hard to say. I think if it was written the same exact way, but it was Yuri instead, I still would be like, eh. Like, there would be a part of me is like, oh, but it's Yuri, so it's awesome. But I don't think I would be that jazzed about it. When did I drop like another 150 frames? Hello, who's eating my frames? They heard me talking shit about this movie and they started stealing them. It was Kami's eating my frames. Kaiba, they're both eating my frames. Yummers. No. Oh my god. Is there anybody here who didn't eat my frames? Anyway. After this, a certain video game came out. Y'all already know. It's in the middle. It's in the middle. Damn, Dogman is that good. I did enjoy Dogman a lot. Pretty true. What is that? Well, Kami, the thing that I just put in the middle that I didn't talk about very much, and just when y'all already know. That would be Kirby Air Riders for the Nintendo Switch 2 sequel to Kirby Air Ride on the Nintendo GameCube. We're at Air Riders with only 3 slots. What happened in December? Well, just wait and see. Wait and see. There's more stuff where it's definitely a little backloaded into December. That's for true. Uh, didn't know this game came out. Did I like it? I did. I did like it. That is true. But before I get more into that, let me read Kami's message. Mike saying that made you realize that Dogman is on here. Over girl who left through time. I twitching a little bit as you type the Slayer. Don't make me time you out. But yeah, that's why I was talking about Dogman being on there and people looking at me funny when they see what other movies I've watched and I'm not putting on the 3x3 square. Looks around. Let's see what happens. It's my square. It's mine. Anyway, Kirby Air Riders. I've said it a million times. I can't believe this game is real, and I can't believe it's as good of a sequel to the original as it is. They didn't fuck up. They didn't make me go, but the physics, it's different. It's different. No, it's just good. It's just good. I can't believe they made a game, the game I've always wanted for like 20 plus years, and it's just good. It's awesome. It's like the best game ever made. I'll just leave it at that. So we're not here all day talking about Kirby. I've already streamed a bajillion hours of Kirby. Between the demo and the full game, I have like 250 hours, like over 250 hours in it. No, Dave. Expedition 33 is not gonna be on here. Haven't played that game, dude. Still not enough. Kirby fans just take and take. I'm looking like the Mega Victory Bell gift, bro. That's me right now. I'm slapping my belly. But yeah, that's Kirby Air Riders. It's in the middle. Sure, y'all could have guessed that. A mile away. Okay, we're back to the movies. We got a bunch of movies coming up. And the first one in the next chunk, we got... Wait, before I do that, Air Riders is phenomenal. That's true. That's true. POV tube. Welcome. Is that how I say your name? Is it just Poov Tube? Or is it the letters? Poov. Yeah, I see. Almost Rainbow and Top Ride. Yo. They're gaming. You got it. More Top Ride gamers. You love to see it. Okay. Where were we? The next movie that I watched was another movie night one. We got one battle after another. Which y'all, I think y'all might have heard about this one. It was pretty popular, I think. Just a hunch. People like this one. Yeah, alright. This movie was really good, for sure. I definitely enjoyed my time quite a bit with this one. Hashtag good media. Another action thriller kind of thing. Pretty long, but I know Kami was talking about like, oh, it's pretty long, but it doesn't feel that long, and that's pretty true. Yeah, definitely check this one out if you haven't already. And looks around. This is one of the this is not on the 3x3. Let me tell you. Not because I don't think this movie isn't that good, or because I don't think it deserves to be on there. But y'all already know what it is. It's one battle after another. Like, what do you want from me? Like, y'all get it. It's a great movie. I only got so much space. And it's no dog man. That's how I really feel. I'd be lying if I said if this was my favorite movie ever. Like I did like Dogman more than One Battle After Another. If I'm being 100% honest with everybody in the chat room right now. That's true. That's true. True statement. Like that week, I was like, okay, Baby Driver, I watched this one this week. That was pretty good. I watched Dogman. That was awesome. One Battle After Another. This was pretty sick. Dogman, though. You got my hands on your head right now. You just took them down to type this message. Kami's calling me. Kami's thinking in his head right now, this streamer's a fucking baby. What do you mean they like Dogman more than One Battle After Another? Kami crashing out right now. It's good. I'm sorry my brain doesn't work the same as everybody else. I guess. Anyway, y'all should go watch One Battle After Another. Judge when not everyone likes crime dramas. The funniest part about this to me is that it's like, like I've already said several times it's a great movie. But like, you know, I did expect a reaction when I put Dogman on here over it though. That's the funny part. Smile. I move. The way I move is different. Let's leave it at that. That's why you just ate some more of my frames. Joke's on you. I didn't drop frames just now. That was your internet dropping. It's low on your list too. It's not even low on mine. That's the thing. But you know, I couldn't definitely understand not being like this type of movie not being somebody's favorite. So like I get it. You keep taking L's. This wasn't supposed to be how things go. Well, Kami, I'm putting my hand on your shoulder for this next one, cause this next one is another Kami movie night movie, and guess what? It's freaking a Blue Gate Crossing. Which, to be fair, my honest, unfiltered thoughts about this movie are that I think it's pretty good for most of it. Like it's a very realistically portrayed depiction of teen romance and discovering themselves and like the awkwardness of interacting with other teens when you're not sure about your own self, and queerness. That's the thing. This movie is quite literally more explicitly gay than like any of the other movies we've watched for commie movie nights. And yet, the way it ends is like a fuck you from the filmmakers being like, don't be gay, conform to society, motherfucker. And I wanted to blow up watching the end of this movie, cause like the entire rest of it is like pretty good. Like, taking away what the filmmaker wants me to think at the end of it, like, devoid from that, it's a pretty solid watch. I don't even hate this movie like that. But man, the ending pissed me off. That's Blue Gate Crossing. I don't know, not this movie. What's up, Bray? Hi, Ember. Hope everybody's doing well. Happy New Year, everybody. Yeah. I had very I had feelings about Blue Gate Crossing. One thing about the movie nights, for those who aren't there, usually I don't have a lot to say about the movies. I'm the type of person to be like, yeah, that was fun. I liked it. And then somebody says something that's pretty true about the movie, and I go, yeah, that's pretty true. I don't have a lot to add to the conversation too often. But this movie, that rant I just did about it, I did that, but like 3 times longer and more crashing out. Yeah. To reiterate, I don't even think this movie's bad. Like, if you want to give it a go ahead and watch it. Just know that the filmmaker at the end of the movie is like, "Hi, I'm homophobic," but the rest of it is pretty good, pretty solid. Okay. Next movie. Like I said, we got multiple movies in a row. This time we got Hannah and Alice, which is a story about these 2 girls. There's a romance thing going on in this movie. It doesn't play out quite how you would expect, but it was a nice time seeing the lives of these 2 girls play out. It was a bit on the long-winded side. Well, one thing about this movie, the way it ends, I think it was Kami who said it ended with like one of the B plots, which is pretty much how it felt. But overall, it was still a pretty nice time, all things considered. You know, I just said about Blue Gate Crossing that movie was, in spite of its message right at the tail end of it, was the most explicitly gay movie we've watched in those movie nights. This was one of those movies where I was like, oh man, this is like, it feels, it's like right there. It's one of those things, I can feel the GL. It's not GL, but I can feel it. you know? That the Yuri senses are tingling, as it were. I like Dogman. I should like Dog Chess. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I've said it before. I think there's cowardice in the statement, like losing to a dog in chess. Like whenever people use that statement to put people down, it's like, why do you even care about this in this series? But like, no, I am the dog playing chess, and I am eating the creator's pieces. It's me. I'm doing what I want, having a good time. What are we talking about? uh, so this movie, Hannah and Alice, is not Yuri, right? Like there's two characters, there's two lead characters who are girls, and it's not Yuri. But there are scenes in the movie where I'm like, damn, this would be great as Yuri. And so there's the one meme people talk about when there's characters who a portion of the fan base is like, oh man, they're so gay, but they're like not explicitly gay in the text. So people go, oh man, thinking this is like losing to a dog in chess. And I'm saying that I am the dog, and I can think what I want about whatever's in the story. We should make a movie about a dog that plays chess, and the B plot is a lesbian romance that never goes anywhere. Hold on. So yeah, in this movie, the characters are not explicitly gay, but uh I think it was Kami who said it about this movie, who said that this dog is really good at chess. And I was like, I was in agreement because the Yuri vibes were strong with this one. But yeah, movie was fun. Movie was nice. Nothing incredible, but I had a good time watching this one. And let's get right into the next one, because the next movie on the list is The Case of Hannah and Alice, which is a prequel to Hannah and Alice. Whoa! And this is basically going into how they met and some happenings prior to the events of the first movie. Overall, I thought this one was much more concise in what it was set out to do. Like it didn't meander or like end with a B plot in the same way that the first one did. It felt tighter in that regard. So I did enjoy this one more, and the way it introduces the characters and has you learn their personality, what their personalities were like prior to the first film, informs the first film, and it made me like that one more. So collectively, as a pair of movies, I like them both. They're pretty cool. They're pretty cool. And it was after this movie I made a comment about this one, because it's the same director, I think, right? Uh, uh, I was like, yo, this dog plays chess dailies. So, similar vibe going. It is. Okay. But yeah. These are both good. These are both good. Shout out the Hannah and Alice movies. Pretty cool. We watched it like 2 weeks ago and the grid is still mostly empty. You're so fucking scared. We did. It was pretty recent. It was in December. It was not that long ago. And the grid is mostly empty. That is true. That is true. But don't worry, we got stuff. We got stuff. Maybe a smidgen of recency bias in some of these later ones, but yeah. Feels like it was ages ago. Nope. I feel like how I feel about a lot of this stuff relatively pretty true in terms of how I would rank it. Okay. We're free from movies for like a couple more. We had another block of movies, but no more movies after this. Well, it was a year ago. What is this song? This is Last Call from Neo, The World Ends With You. Alright. Next thing on the list is we're hitting the anime from the last season that are ending. So we're getting some anime pretty soon. A bunch of anime. Yeah, the first one on the list is Sanda. Pretty fun show. Gotta say. This was the Science Saru animated one. So animation wise, it looked great. Let me tell you. But yeah, this is the Santa Claus show. The guy is actually Santa Claus. Also, this show has Yuri in it, which is pretty awesome. Now this dog is playing a whole different game. This dog is actually for real playing the Yuri board. That's true. There's real ass Yuri in Sanda. It's pretty awesome. Now that being said, the first half of this show, I was like, dude, this is awesome. This is amazing. I think it was like episode 4, maybe 5. I watched it and I posted on Blue Sky about it. It's like, dude, this last episode of Sanda was so good. Oh my lord. And then in the second half, it's still good. Don't get me wrong. But I do feel like it didn't quite go in the direction I was expecting. And I wasn't as into it in the latter half. Still good. Still enjoyed it. Not my favorite thing ever. But overall, for sure, I still think it's worth watching if you're interested. And like I said earlier, Science Saru. Those guys are kind of on a roll, right? Like, if you're not watching their shows, like, what are you doing? Get on the Science Saru train. It's fun. The song is about the train leaving. I didn't mean to do that. It's the last call. Okay. It's not on the square. It's not on the 3x3. On to the next thing. This next one is something I didn't even have on here at first. But I was like, shit, it's kind of awesome. I think this is kind of like the way I'm talking about it. This is going to be on the 3x3, the next one. The fact that I'm even like, oh, I made an exception to put it on here should be telling in its own right. But I'm talking about a song. More specifically, Human, featuring SFA2 Miki by Flavor Folly. Which I posted it in the music chat in the Discord a couple weeks ago, back when it premiered. Dude, I love Flavor Folly. Those guys are awesome. And this song is definitely no exception. It's called Human, right? And the character, the choice of voice bank they went with is like a character whose thing is being more robotic, like a literal robot compared to the standard Vocaloid, which is more just a non-specific character. And that's reflected in like the themes of the song. It's the trope of the robot that wants to be human, and I think it's just a particularly well executed version of that. Lyrically, very good, very thought provoking. Musically, I just love Flavor Folly stuff in general. So the song sounds great. The instrumental, really good. Big fan of their stuff, for sure. And this is probably my favorite song of theirs to date. Which, you know, I like their music a lot, generally speaking. So for the new one to be like, oh my god, I think this is the best one they've ever made. Pretty big deal to me. You love Vocaloid songs that tune the voice specifically for the theme of the song? It's very cool, for sure. So having the voice become less digitized as the song goes on. Now they really know what they're doing over there. Shout out Jamie Page and Von A. Lilly and Rice Deity, the 3 producers compromising the music circle known as Flavor Folly. Those guys are awesome. And they really knocked it out of the park with this one. IMO. But yeah, like I did mention already, it's on here. This song is so good, bro. It's so insane. Also, side note, the music video and like the art, the album art for this song, it was drawn and animated by the creator of In Stars and Time, which is an indie RPG that I've heard a bunch about within the last couple of years. And every time I heard about it, I was like, oh, maybe I should get that at some point. But I just never did. And then this music video came out, and I was like, shit. They're about to make me buy the video game. Because I really like the song, and it's making me want to play the game. That person who animated it made. That's why it looks like that. Yeah, that is why it looks like that. True. But yeah, I definitely want to play that game pretty soon because I did end up buying it alongside a few other games. I probably wasn't gonna buy any game for the Steam sale. I wasn't really thinking about it like that. But then this song came on, I was like, ooh, I want to buy this game. It's a Steam sale, let me look. And so I ended up buying a few games that I wouldn't have if it wasn't for this damn song. It's so good though, it's so good. The recent Flavor Poly songs in general have all been really good. Like last year, my previous favorite was Weather Girl, which was August of not last year, 2024, 2 years ago now. I gotta remember that it's 2026. Weather Girl is peak. That song is also incredibly good. And for a while, they didn't top it. They got pretty close a couple times. Wayward Romance is really good. When they dropped Static and Spoken For earlier this year, I was like, oh my god. 2 back-to-back really good songs that not quite Weather Girl, but ooh, these are great. And then they dropped Human. And I was like, oh my god, 3 bangers in a row, and I think I like this one more than Weather Girl. How did they do it? But yeah, that's Human. Great song, great song. You kept seeing it around when Deltarune Chapter 3 and 4 were releasing. It does seem like a neat game. It's got them overwhelmingly positive reviews. Smile. Pretty soon, pretty soon, hopefully. Let me put an asterisk on that. Because I know how I am about playing games sometimes. I do want to play it soon. I do want to play it soon for sure. So hopefully I'll be able to say if I agree on the In Stars and Time takes. Crazy song to start playing. right at this moment. It's funny. Anyway, next up on the list, we got another movie. Digital Video Editing with Adobe Premiere Pro, the real-world guide to setup and workflow. Which sure sounds like a tutorial. But it's a real movie, like just you watch it like a movie. And I don't want to say too much about it, because there is some fun surprises in there, to say the least. But it was cool. I enjoyed it. It was a really fun take on this sort of thing. Watching people like make a movie. It's a movie about making movies. Smile. This one was crazy, bro. Little crazy, a little crazy. But yeah. I guess one thing I will say about creating art always tickles your brain. It's pretty sick. I get it. One thing I will say about this is that it it do be described as a horror thing a little bit. Take that how you will. But it's fun. It's cool, it's cool. Pretty short too, not too long. Pretty short, similar to the next thing on the list. This was another twofer movie night. We watched Shishigari, which is basically a animated short film kind of thing. Where they're surviving in the wilderness, essentially. A little story about survival, and is gorgeously animated. Which I think pretty much describes it as it is. This shit is like Breath of the Wild. Like, I think like a wilderness survival story that's gorgeously animated. Like, that's the thing, really. If that sounds cool to you, go ahead and give it a go. Go give it a watch. It's pretty short. All this anime and none of it on the 3x3 is anime watched. No. Many would say yes. I wouldn't say yes. I just think that out of all the things that I watched, played, etc., the things that weren't anime stuck out more to me this time than the things that are anime. Not to say that the anime isn't cool. More so just I only have so much space, you know? Like, if you have a list of 50 things and you can only make a top 10 to share with people, just because it's like something is 20 seconds doesn't mean that, oh man, it's washed because it's not in the top 10, it's so bad. It just means that there were 21 other things that were cool, and only 10 of those were better than everything else. You know? Smile? But yeah, Shishigari was cool. We do got more anime coming up. We are hitting an anime block. You're not smiling? Damn. What the heck? Kami's still mad about Dogman over the girl who leapt through time. Anyway, on to the next thing. We're hitting some anime. Next one that ended on the list, we got the second season of Ranma 1/2. Skip song, no. Damn. This was more Ranma 1/2. No, guy, but that's not how it works. No, dude. Did I say the second half? Second season is what I meant. This show is not over. This was not the second half. This was just more of the show. But yeah. Last year I talked about Ranma. This dog is playing Chinese checkers. Damn, guy, I can't misspeak ever. Otherwise, you just get rude chat members. That's crazy. Not very nice. Anyway. Okay, you're sorry. Okay, bro. This was more Ranma 1 half. I like the first season from a year ago. This is definitely more of the same. Actually, it's not more of the same. This season introduced an old man character, and for the most part, the thing with Ranma is that a lot of the characters that aren't like Ranma or Akane themselves are really stupid, like comically so. Like they're dumb, but they're funny because of how ridiculous their stupidity plays into the events of the show. There is an old man character they introduced in season 2. I like genuinely hate that guy. I want him to die in this show. Like he is not okay. Like get him off the screen, man. Like go away. Jesus Christ. That guy sucks. But other than that, it's more of the same. And I liked it. My goodness gracious. Is it on the square? Nope. On to the next one. We got the second core of Uma Musume, Cinderella Grey. Which this show is pretty awesome. This one made it onto the 3x3 when the first core happened, along with another Uma Musume thing, because I watched so much Uma Musume that quarter of the year. But yeah, the second core was happening this past season. Shit, the horses are here. The horses are here. But yeah, another season of this, still a fantastic show. Was Cinderella Grey. Just really worth watching, I think. Tamamo Cross, we will never forget what you did out there. That's true. Air Riders in the middle pretends to be shocked. You don't have to pretend to do anything. It's okay. Nobody's surprised. Like I got the Air Riders and I was like, y'all already know, and I put it in the middle immediately. You're like, you know, smile. What's up, Trip? Happy New Year. But yeah, Cinderella Grey, second core, continues to be a great adaptation of that book. Seeing the Japan Cup and the Animakinen, like those parts of the story after the first core, is just great. Shout out Cinderella Grey. Happy New Year, streamer. Thank you. Now this one, I probably would have wanted to put on 3x3, but I thought, I already had Cinderella Grey that one quarter. There's still gonna be more of this show in the future. Let me cut this anime some slack so we're not like overloaded with that much Uma Musume. Sorry, anime, you're not making it again. Alright, another show. Another anime in the list after this one. This time it's Gachi Yakuta. Which, this one was a 2-core. Spared from the horses. This was a 24 episodes. Went on for half the year. This show was pretty cool. The shonen series that's been airing. One thing I guess is a weird point to start at. But there was one point in time when a couple episodes of this show were airing where everybody was like, this young character has a kind of crazy design. This is your show, guys? And it's like, okay, there's a that's just one of those you it makes sense in context if you like actually watch the show. Like, it's not the problem you think it is. I promise. I problem. They didn't know you ran some defense. And that's one of those things you just gotta go to bat for sometimes. But take it from me and Kami. It's cool. The show is cool. There's a reason that character design is like that. It's okay. But yeah. Just a pretty consistently fun shonen. I think I did enjoy this show, but it wasn't like my favorite thing ever. And I was thinking about it. I was like, why? There's a lot I liked about it. Like, it looked cool. There were great character designs. There's the themes of the story that it's telling are just really nice. But I think there's a part of me that was just like, okay, yeah, I get it, because it is standard shonen fare in a sense, in a lot of ways. A lot of things that are, you know, what you would expect out of this kind of series. Which isn't even necessarily a bad thing, you know, like, it's fine. Stories have structures, that's how it goes. But that was something I felt about it. Like, I was enjoying it week to week, and there were even points in time where I was a little surprised by how much I was enjoying it, but I was never at a point where I felt like, oh man, I fucking love this for the entire way through. When did I drop like 300 more frames? Hello? Who ate my frames? Anyway. Yakuta is cool, and if you're looking for a cool shonen, you just want you're craving a shonen, and you're looking for one that's cool and not too standard or too hideous in any such particular way. This is a good one. This is a good one to watch. Kami ate them all like 40 seconds ago. Victory Bell we have the emote. Wait, no, it's a different emote. Never mind. We have a Victory Bell emote, but it's not that one. Is there a GIF? Is there an emote of the fat Victory Bell, the yummy just ate some stuff Victory Bell? Kami's still reeling from Dogman. Yeah, he's just gotta take a chunk every once in a while, because he's mad about Dogman over some other movies. Yeah, I realized that right after I said it. We have the one that vomits everywhere. Also a good one. Surely the other, if exists. High key, if you get movie night duties from Kami one night, you're playing Dogman. Yo, Dogman. That's funny. But yeah. Gachi Yakuta. It's cool. I'll watch more of it. I think, are they making more of the show? It seemed pretty popular. I don't know, actually. If they make more, I'll be there, though. What is this? What? This is so dumb, bro. They are? Okay, that's good to know. This stupid ass emote, bro. Y'all can have it. It's funny. Ugh. Are we still scared in the chat room? The fact that we're like at a week ago and there's still so many spaces that aren't filled. What's the status report on how everybody's feeling about this fucking 3x3? Yes. You're chilling. You're more scared. Teehee, teehee. Oops. Harley smiling friends. How many fucking movies did your streamer watch in December? Y'all will see. Oh, y'all will see what's on here. It's not. Actually, let me just go to the next one. Okay, okay. We got more anime. More anime is afoot. This time, it's This Monster Wants to Eat Me, which is a Yuri series, and you know how it goes with Yuri series. I'm always like, yo, Yuri. And this one in particular, I was like, yo, this one's like actually great. Everybody should watch it. And you know, nobody cares about Yuri like I do. But this is a solid adaptation. Choice of specific choice of word to say solid, because I was a little underwhelmed by how this show looked, but I wasn't too surprised either. This was one of those shows where like the trailers showed really pretty shots, but not like the most animated shots. And then I watched the anime, and it was pretty much what I thought might happen, where it's not the most animated show ever. It just looks solid, like I said earlier. Nothing crazy. So in that sense, if you're interested in the series, you should probably just read the manga. And if you really like it, then and you want to watch an animated version of it, then go ahead, watch this. But probably not gonna get a season 2. That's just kind of how it goes with Yuri most of the time, unfortunately. So for that reason, especially, just so like if you're interested, you should read it. Well, I haven't even talked about what it's about. This monster wants to eat me, as the title would suggest. Rather, there is a monster who's one of the girls, and he says she promises to eat the main character, which is very literal because the main character is very depressed and sad and isn't cool with this whole living thing, but it's kind of an agreement they have where it's like, oh, I'll eat you eventually, because she wants to keep her alive. That's the thing. And it's a genuinely great story about learning how to love, basically, both from the monster's perspective and then loving oneself from our depressed protagonist perspective. It's good. It's good. I really like this series. yeah, like I said, unfortunately, not like the greatest adaptation in the world. It's good, but ultimately, if you are interested, read the manga. Next up on the list, we got another movie. This time, we're back to a Kaiba movie night. It's The Hidden Blade, which is a samurai period piece. And it was pretty cool. I liked it. How do I talk about this movie? The desire to be an honorable samurai. It's a great way to put it. This guy has got to go through some trials in this movie. There's some romance. There's some a tragic fight in there. And I thought it was executed pretty well. It is a little on the long side, but I do think all the setup it has, the long-winded nature, if you wind up getting into it, I think it works in its favor. You get real invested. I know Burra wasn't the biggest fan, so it's not everybody's cup of tea. But if it is, then it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I liked it. This ain't about her. I'm just mentioning other perspectives, you know. Sorry, Kaiba. Not this time. I did like the movie, but not quite enough to make it on the 3x3. It's fine. Okay. You won the mental battle. I think that's true. I think you did win the mental battle. I think take that how you will with the amount of open spaces left. But yeah, I think that's fair to say. But yeah, the next one on the list, we're back to a Kami movie night, back-to-back movie nights. This was Christmas, and then the day after Christmas. This time we got Supermarket Woman, which, as the title would suggest, is about a woman and a supermarket. Lady basically gets roped into working at this supermarket and bringing it back from the trenches in order to try to make it like a really good store that people trust. And I enjoyed this one quite a bit. It was really fun. A lot of wacky shenanigans going on in this movie, but especially towards the end. The way this movie ended, not quite what I would have expected going into it, but it was a fun time. One of the main characters, the owner of the supermarket in the movie, that guy is kind of hideous sometimes. I feel like they played a couple bits with him for laughs, a little more than they should have, but you know, 90s movie moment. It wasn't the worst thing in the world. It's no lost in translation in terms of how hideous certain things about it were. That's for sure. This one, the bad isn't that bad, and the good greatly outweighs it. So it's fine. But yeah, this movie was super fun, and there's a moment at the end of it where it got more emotional and touching and uplifting and feel good than I would have expected based on the first half, earlier parts of the movie. And I had a pretty great time watching this one. Which places it on the square, on the 3x3. It won. Kami got a victory. I liked this one enough for it to be on here. Remember, it was you who got us to watch it. Against the evil soup. That is what happened in the vote. Damn, Kaiba really did just win the battle. Well, he lost. No, like he didn't even lose this battle. He won the battle and he won the war. If like, in a sense, Kami not even here to accept his award. That's crazy. Oh man. But yeah. After Christmas, and we're finally moving somewhere with these blank spaces. And we don't got much time, so like we gotta fill these next ones in with something. Next one on the list. Filler spaces. No, dude, they're not filler spaces. They're not filler spaces. There's stuff I like. There's stuff I liked. Genuinely very much enjoyed. It's not just filler because it happens to be like backloaded into the end of the year. Not very nice, Kaiba. But yeah, next on the list, we got Love and Other Wicked Things, which is a webtoon. And it's Yuri, as I'm sure you can tell by this art and the title. Very on the nose. But yeah, it's witches and Yuri. And the character designs I'm a big fan of. So I think I just heard about this series and I was like, well, time to catch up almost on the spot, because sometimes it's just that easy to get me. But yeah, started reading this earlier this year, and I very much enjoyed it. It's a romance. How do I describe it? Like a romance mystery drama kind of thing. One of the main characters, her deal is wanting to learn more about her past because she doesn't know much about it, or magic in general. So she comes to this town, but then the people in the town are like, oh no, we got some bad news in the town. There's some mischief about to about to happen, and Valerie, the character on the right here, she's the character who, like, moves in the town, and then Rhea on the left, her grandmother, is like, there's bad news afoot, and what do you know, the bad news turns out to be her love interest. Wow. it's a simple premise, but I think it's very well executed, the way the story goes. And I enjoyed it a lot. Very fun. What? Uh-oh. I have feelings for the bad omen. Who could have seen this coming? It's not like they hide that. Like, it's being established in, like, the first couple chapters. You know, that's the series. It's a romance. So. And I liked it a lot. This one just ended. When did this up? Fridays? So, yeah. Oh, this was the same day that we watched Supermarket Woman. Wow. So, December 26th, couple bangers the same day. On to the next thing. And that is the manga for Uma Musume, Cinderella Grey, which only just recently ended. And in case it wasn't obvious from the way I was talking about the anime, I really like this series. It's very good. I recently read a big chunk of it, because a big chunk of it was put onto Manga Dex all at once, and it was the entire rest of the series. Y'all might have seen me talk about it in the Discord. If y'all saw that, y'all might have seen this coming. And back when I said, yeah, we're not gonna do more Uma Musume on this 3x3 because I already put a couple a while ago on, like, the quarter 2. I just fucking lied. This manga is awesome. This shit rules. For all the reasons I've mentioned before. But it's just more of it in manga form compared to the existing anime. You're the horse, baby. It's a little offset. That's this year, but, you know, I read and watched all this Uma last year. But, you know, I like the spirit. I like where your mind is at. Yeah. Now it's not looking so barren for where we're at in the year, in the quarter, like I said, very backloaded. But it happens. Next up on the list is wait, this one has a long title, and I want to double check what it is. Okay. This one is Mangaka's Weirdly Wonderful Workplace, which as it sounds, it is an anime about making manga. An adaptation of a manga, so technically the series is a manga about making manga. But, you know, an anime adaptation of the manga about manga. And this was a pretty fun one as far as series about creating things goes. I like this one quite a bit. Bro, I need to drink some water. Throat. Hold on. Yeah. This was a fun series. It is definitely one of those. It's a slice of life about this, so it's not super into the weeds of the details about the process of making the art. But I do think it's still pretty good about it compared to a series like New Game. I don't know how many people have watched that in the chat room, but that one is very slice of life over the actual thing. Yeah, there's Bright. If Bright was listening, I knew he'd say something. Personally, I remember enjoying New Game. It's been a long time since I've watched it. But compared to that series, I do think the balance of actually making the thing and the slice of life is better and more interesting here. Right? Why the question marks? Is that not why you posted this emote? Did you just post it for the sake of posting it? Right when I said something that I thought you might respond to? Like, was that a coincidence? Oh my god, bruh. I can't believe it. Anyway. Yeah, as far as series where they're making a thing, and this one they're making manga. And it's also a slice of life series. As far as that kind of thing goes, this one's pretty good. I quite enjoyed it. Pretty fun cast of characters. And then the dynamics they got going on. Getting to see like different aspects of the mangaka world, I guess. A better way to put it. It was a fun time. It was a fun time. Also, it's Yuri, which definitely very Yuri light. But there is a little bit of actual Yuri in there for sure. There's some actual. These characters are gay for real moments in the show, which is nice. But largely, it is definitely like, oh, it just happens to be Yuri because all the characters are women. Smile, but it's good. So, if that's something you care about, if you're a Yuri enjoyer, like I'm sure this could be your cup of tea for sure. There's so many more slots filled in. You're much more comfortable. Yippee! Hi, Kami. You missed when I gave you a W. You come back the fake chain, Yuri. Not too much, Kami. You don't gotta put it like that. This is how I know Kami's not a real ass Yuri head. Cause like, why even put it like that? What's the point? What are you doing? You accepted the award for Kami. Because you're a purist? Oh my god. We gotta boil you. Mike was right about about the what do you say? Something about chuds and not everybody liking movies the same way. If there's not even men in this world, it's fake. There are men in this series. I'm boiling you, Kami. You're the fake. You didn't watch this. Motherfucker. This freaking guy. Caught. This freaking guy. Anyway. This show was fun and good, and I liked it. This guy Kami, god damn it. This guy Kami, he's pissing me off. But the next thing on the list. You're still holding strong in your belief. There's a lot of fake chain Yuri out there. Sure, man. Whatever. Whatever you say, bro. Supermarket woman is not the thing you would have expected, but you're glad something got on there. This guy. I got you something. That is true. But yeah. Next on the list. Something that I only started relatively recently. But you know. I wanted to watch it. Hot new thing. And that is the Plurb. Plurbus. Big show. A lot of people watching. I've activated the Plurb. Bravo, Vince. I had been meaning to watch it for a while, because you know, I haven't watched Breaking Bad personally. Like something I'll get around to eventually, trademark. But did hear about a new show from the same guy, and I was like, you know, I should watch that. And I got around to it shortly after the show ended. I was like, oh, let me check this out for real. And I get it. It's pretty awesome. Definitely definitely very good. A lot of oh my god moments watching this show. It's one of those shows. Oh my god, bruh. A lot of crazy shit happening. Yeah, Kami. He's just Episode 1 was some crazy shit to watch in the middle of the night. I bet. Yeah, that first episode is pretty wild. 'Cause I didn't really know what to expect. At all, really. Like, the only thing I knew is that there was that there's Yuri in this show. This is GL. That's the only thing I knew about this show going into it. Which, let me be clear, did not affect my desire to watch this show. I was interested in watching this show regardless. It may have gotten me to watch it sooner. That's probably true. But I was interested regardless. But yeah, having no knowledge about the show other than that, watching episode 1, pretty crazy. And if you have no knowledge of this show and you haven't watched this, keep it that way. I would recommend. But yeah, it's going on the square. What's up, Greg? We've got 8 things. We've got 8 of them out of the 9 filled in. It's going places. We're almost done. We've almost filled it in. Yeah. Next one on the list is another video game. I play video games. I promise. I played multiple video games. We got Mini Shoot Adventures here, which is earlier I mentioned. Chill on me, bro. Chill. I mentioned earlier that I bought a few games because of the Flavor Folly song, Human. It's like, they're getting me to buy games on the Steam sale, because now I'm interested in looking at the Steam sale because of the creator of this game animated this music video. This was one of the games I bought because I played the demo of this a couple years ago, and I really liked the demo. But I never got around to buying the full game. But I bought it on this Steam sale, and I played through it, and it's pretty simple. It's a top-down shmup that's effectively a Zelda game in structure. You go to dungeons, there are heart pieces, you get upgrades and items, increases the power of your arsenal, and you just go around the world map filling things in and collecting stuff, and you get abilities, and then you can do more stuff on the map. It's a Zelda shmup. And it's pretty simple. Like, there's really not too much to say. The story's not that crazy. It's mostly wordless outside of a few side things. And just a really simple, fun time to play. It only took me like 8 hours to 100%, but that was a really fun 8 hours of my nice and simple and sweet Zelda top-down twin-stick shooter shmup. Had a really good time with this. There's a higher difficulty that I haven't played. I was thinking about streaming it at some point in time. I like the way I did this, where I just make the next layer visible. It looks like this is related to Pluribus, and it's on Apple TV Plus. But it is unrelated. It'd be weird if it was related. Yeah. This game is kind of awesome. Very simple. It's fun. It's On the square. It's on the square. Oh, we filled it in. It's a 3x3. 9 things. I play video games. Look, there's a video game diagonal. Ooh. And that's where I thought was gonna be the end of this segment of the stream. It's like, wow, guys, mini shoot adventures. That was the last thing I did. Within the last few days of the year, I was planning on playing, on watching Pluribus and playing mini shoot, and then that's it. Smile. But yesterday, there was something that came out that I didn't realize was coming out, and it was 2 hours long, and I was like, I got time. And that is, there's no freaking whale be your lover unless Next Shine, which the Next Shine part isn't in this poster, but that's what this is called. Which is the sequel, the title of that anime without the Next Shine part, which I watched earlier this year. It aired earlier this year. This is the sequel movie it was pinned as. Stranger Things. I have never seen Stranger Things, and I don't plan on it. Yeah. Yeah, like I mentioned, this was pinned as a movie, but effectively, it's just 5 more episodes of the anime. Like, even in the YouTube, this was uploaded on YouTube. They play the opening 5 times, and the ending plays at the end of each 24-minute chunk. It's just 5 episodes pasted together, pinned as a movie. And if you remember what I thought of the first season, I thought it was fun. I wouldn't really recommend this show to people who aren't real Yuri heads in the same way I am, which is like none of you. Unless we got a secret Yuri head lurker in the chat room. But yeah, like, it was fun, but I think it's paced really quickly to a fault. Some of the situations these characters find themselves in are kind of ridiculous, over the top, a little too weirdly dramatic. That being said, I do think this movie, 5 episodes, whatever you want to call it, is just a better part of the story compared to the season 1 of the anime. I did like this more, that part. I think part of it was for sure because this character with the blue hair was prominently featured in this chunk of episodes, whereas she didn't really do much in the anime. But it turns out she's like my favorite now that I've actually seen more of her and know her character. And I just think the pacing and the ridiculousness of the happenings in these 5 episodes feel better compared to the rest of the show. Like, ultimately, it's still more of the show. I'm not gonna change my recommendation that dramatically, because I happen to like this a good bit more. It's still ultimately more of the same. But I do think it's worth mentioning that I like this one quite a bit. I did for a bit there. I was like, ooh, do I put this on the 3x3? I was like, nah, let me not. But it's good. I like it. This was a fun set of episodes. For sure. And that is for real the last thing in the Q4. What do I call it? The media roundup for 2025. Ooh, yeah. Why? Why? What? Do you, why Magalore 6'7", bro? But it wouldn't be an end of year media review thingamajig without 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 making a whole 5x5. So let's take all the stuff from the year as a whole and make a little 5x5. Shall we? So let me actually I don't need to do that. This Kaguzu's there. 25 more things even. Not more things. It's gonna be the same 36 things crammed into a space of 25 things. Okay. What do I call it? Let's do that. Okay. Well, the 3x3 things, but you don't see the border separating them. Wow. A peek behind the curtain a little bit. I'm sure nobody noticed, but the canvas is a little taller than usual to accommodate for the 5x5 grid. I would be surprised if anybody noticed that. We're getting the old stuff. Okay. This ultimately isn't going to be too crazy different, because it is comprised of a lot of the same stuff from the last 4 quarters. But some stuff does need to get axed. Some stuff, let's see what's closer to the center. Like there's gonna be the 3x3 in the middle. That's stuff I like more than the stuff on the outside. So it's a little fun. Those little funsies. Okay. Let's move some stuff around. I think... Oops, didn't want to click that. Q4 Media Hunger Games. A little bit, I suppose. Yeah, what is getting the axe? Oh my god, I keep clicking on the grid on accident. Where did I put this? Okay, one thing I want to do. We are gonna have just an Uma Musume square. So we're gonna get rid of the Singray Season 1 and Road to the Top. And we're just gonna have the Singray manga as the thing for Uma Musume. That's one thing for sure. What else? We are going to have one racing game. Goodbye Mario, goodbye Sonic. 9 Years of Shadow. This game was cool, but even in the first quarter media square 3x3, this was I didn't play or watch a whole lot of stuff that quarter, so like it just kind of got in by I needed another thing. That one was. I don't want to be mean to this game, but as Kaiba put it earlier, this one was actually a filler square. In a very literal sense. Let's see. Okay, let me put Air Riders in the middle. Y'all already know. Like, we don't gotta talk about how that one is actually just the greatest thing ever. Let's see. K-pop Demon Hunters. I think this was low-key recency bias when I put it on that square. Let me. How many things have I gotten rid of? That's. Okay. Let's put stuff more definitively. But let's put City the Animation. This is gonna be in the middle. Let's put Severance. This show was kind of awesome. That there. Let's put Swing Girls. This is going near here. Deltarune. You're going in there. You forgot that Spider-Man show was this year? Yes, sir. Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. That was a fun show. That was cool. Let's see. Oh, Little Goody Two Shoes. It was hiding from me. Is that center material? You almost forgot to put Severance on yours, bro. Severance is so good. It's crazy. It's crazy. Let me not think too hard about this. Let me just put that there. Low key, I might just chop the music squares just to have an easy thing to clear off without thinking too hard about it. Also, y'all are in the Discord in the music chat a while ago. C-Bro did ask about everybody's top 5 albums of the year, and I did post some albums in there, so we can save a little space by not including albums on this. Shout out all those albums. Metal Fourth, Perfectly Imperfect. What else did I put on there? Cardiac, Contrapoint, Man's Best Friend, and Evo. Also shout out Constant Companions Deluxe Edition, which the regular was 2024, but the Deluxe Edition editions are very good. Dogman. Shout out Dogman. Everybody's favorite. Let's see. Xenoblade X. I think Xenoblade X is getting the remake chop, remaster chop. It's awesome, though. We need some space here. I hate to break it to you. Why is this? There's something below it? No. What is this? Superman. Oh, there's still stuff behind here. Did I leave anything there? No. Sonic Unleashed. Pretty awesome. Dude, shout out Sonic Unleashed. I'm kind of surprised I liked that game as much as I did, but oh my god, did enjoy it quite a bit. Okay. Shout out Medalist. That was a good show. Season 2 starting up real soon. Winter season. Okay. MySpace. Ooh. How am I feeling about this? I did say I might just cut the music stuff. As much as Human especially, this song is so good. Oh my god. Can't reiterate it enough. There's a part of me that wants to keep Human. But what do I cut in order to keep it? I'm at 997 drop frames. What the heck happened? Tommy won't leave my frames alone. I'm almost at 1,000. That's not supposed to happen, man. You're so hungry. God damn. Oh, hungry ass. Had some tres leches earlier, actually. I see. I think Flower and Ashura. Almost said the name of the show wrong. I like this one, but I can live with it off the grid. That's why you missed your chance to be loud and proud about Supermarket Women. I see. It was technically 4 leches. But you know, I see, I see. Okay. Out of everything on here, the thing that's calling to me, the right choice, the thing that feels right in my brain is no more Magilumiere. Cool series, but something has to go. And I really want to keep Human. Sorry, Makanomori and Mini Shoot Adventures. Goodbye. I don't want to be here for half an hour staring at this, so I had to pick something. Ooh, I did it. I cut it down into a 5x5. Now, technically, I could look at everything else that didn't make the 3x3s and then weigh them against the things that did make the 3x3, like maybe something is actually I liked it more than the things that made it onto 3x3 quarter 3, but there were 9 things I liked better than it in the quarter 2, so it just didn't make that 3x3. But I don't want to think about it that hard. I think this is looking pretty good. Yeah. We got. Hold on, let me put this in the same folder. We got that 5x5, and then we got the quarter 4 3x3. There's the grid. Ooh, yay! We did it. But as you know, maybe, if I don't know, if y'all remember about the previous end of year streams, there's also the previous year's anticipated stuff 3x3 to look at and review how that went, which I did look at this earlier and I was like, smile. Because this is what it looks like. We got some stuff. So let's run through the list, shall we? We got this thing in the top left is the Baby Metal album that they were teasing. This ended up being Metal Fourth. That album was pretty cool. We got Superman. That movie was cool. I liked it. Made the squares. If we go back to this, there he is. There's Soups. There was more Invincible this year. That happened. That was cool. We got more Deltarune chapters 3 and 4. They ended up announcing that release date in the Switch 2 Direct, and it was awesome and surprising. And June release date ended up being epic. The elephants. There's 2 elephants here, but I think I know which one you're referring to. Let's go to the next check mark, shall we? We got Makonomori. Ended up releasing and was cool. This one at the bottom. Oops. Click that. This one at the bottom is the King Mala's latest album, whose name always escapes me because it's long. I have it over here. And You Who Drowned in the Grief of a Golden Thing. That album released. It was pretty cool. Not my favorite of her work, but I liked it still. And then Xenoblade X down here. That happened. It was cool. Cool new content. I enjoyed the new content. What I played. And the thing, okay, now to address the elephants. Normally I have like a red cross, like the red circle with a cross through it to indicate stuff I don't like. That does not apply to either of these, so it's not going to be used. Instead, we're going to use a technique I used last year for a couple stuff, and a modified technique. And that is, we're gonna do this. We're gonna wait, no. This is, how big does this need to be? That a good size? Oh, that's way too big. We are going to put a smiley face over over the Witch Hat anime happening because it got delayed. That is no longer a 2025 series, but it's happening this year, Smile. I want to make it smaller still. There we go. Alright. And the modified technique for what's the full proper title for it? Was it Sonic the Hedgehog Chasing Shadows, I think? Something Chasing Shadows. Like, this was the name of the Shadow the Hedgehog one-shot for IDW. The modified technique... Wait a minute, what was the size I used? 40. Modified technique is a sad face because this got cancelled. This is not seeing the light of day ever. But yeah, I think Kami was referring to the Witch Hat elephant. If I had to guess, I had to wager a bet. Let's see, something like that. That is in fact correct. Yeah. It's okay though, it's happening this year and it's gonna be awesome. Ain't that right, Kami? Just do this. No, that looks weird. Yeah, whatever. So yeah, not a bad record. A couple mini bingos. Bingos in miniature. Top row, right column. Both of those things are probably true. Yeah, you get it. Alright. Now to make the one for this year. Which... I'm kind of like... I was thinking about this a little bit earlier. I think I'm a little bit at a loss here, almost. It's historically, whenever a thing doesn't happen in a year, but it's probably going to happen the next year, I haven't put it on for the next year's one, because I'm like, oh, that'd be too easy. But I'm thinking of things that aren't Witch Hat anime, or Deltarune Chapter 5. Like, we just did Deltarune. We're gonna have Deltarune multiple times in a row, which I think is what I'm gonna have to do. Because other than like stuff like that, like even Mina the Hollower I had on my anticipated 3x3 a couple years ago. Still not out yet, but it's probably gonna come out this year. Oh shit! I could put Mina the Hollower on here. There's a lot of anime sequels happening, like outside of Witch Hat. There's sequels to stuff. There's, if we're talking about non-sequels, there's Science Saru productions coming out this year that look pretty exciting. Off the top of my head, ow. Yeah, we might have to... I'm just gonna start repeating things from previous years for now. Where did my pen go? There it is. So, I already got this Deltarune square loaded in, because I thought I would probably end up doing that. And then we... Oh, I still hold on, please hold. Too big. Chapter 5. Let me put Deltarune in a different square so it's just not the same thing again. Oops. I'll have to uncheck that. There we go. Alright. Speaking of repeating things. We're doing the Witch Hat anime again. I'm not gonna put it in the middle this time, even though it probably is the thing I'm like most excited for right now. It is an adaptation, to be fair. It's not like new content, technically. So I think from that logic, I can live with it not being in the middle by my own arbitrary rules that don't matter at the end of the day. Let's see. There's like Rhythm Heaven and Tomodachi Life. I'm still like not even totally sure I'm getting either of those games now. I want to use my other voucher that I got from when Xenoblade X came out on something. But if they don't announce release dates for those that are pretty soon, that voucher is gonna expire. This thing, there we go. Okay. I did mention that Science Aru show. Jadugar, a witch in Mongol. That show looks... The premise sounds really interesting. I've heard great things. And the teaser that they posted recently was gorgeous. So I am very much looking forward to this one as far as original non-sequel shows go. And sorry who saved my bitch ass life. It's yours now. What else do I put on here? Let me... I'm bringing it back. This game should have been out a million years ago, but you know, indie game moment. Fire Emblem Three Houses 2. I'm not excited for that game like that. I hate to break it to you. I don't know if you were hoping that I was, but I'm not. Mina. When are they gonna re-announce this game's release date, bro? Halloween, bros, what happened? Uh, this is the year when Yacht Club dies. Chill, bro. That shit is crazy. Uh, that they were like, yeah, if this doesn't do well enough, we're cooked. Do I want to put on Avengers Doomsday? No. If I'm being honest. I don't want to put on the Mario Galaxy movie either. What else? What's happening this year? I want to put on Sonic 4. I mean, I would if it was this year, but that's next year. Let me scroll Annie chart real quick. Let me see if there's something on here. It's dire. Do I have a transparent image for my 3x3? I do. I think I just have that saved. Yeah, I do. Hold on. I'm just gonna plop this ominous transparent image into general in my server without saying anything. Just no grid. I got you, Mike. It is looking a little dire. Like I mentioned earlier, there's Tomodachi Life and Rhythm Heaven. Those are games I kind of want to play, but like I don't know if I'm going to, you know. Steel Ball Run. Fruit. I could put that. I could put that. They're in the vague dimension. Literally, they are in the vague dimension. Okay. We have a bunch more anime we can put in. Steel Ball Run is a good one. There are a couple others as well that I wasn't thinking about. Mugenics on the 10th of February. I don't know what that is. If I'm being completely honest with you. New Edmund McMillan game? Oh! New Ed McMuffin game? Development for like 15 years or some shit? God damn. Okay, I'm just gonna crop a little bit of the horse of the logo in there, that's fine. I remember reading his blog post about it on the Team Meat website. Sheesh. That is pretty crazy. Oh my god, that's so old. The other anime I thought about, one of them is much like Witch Hat and Steel Ball Run. You got another adaptation of something I've read. We got Marriage Toxin. This series is pretty cool. As I've mentioned before, when I talk about this series, this is the straight yaoi. Xenoblade 4 on here, always bet on everything, excuse me. Chill, bro. I'm talking about known quantities. That's a bold guess. Witchbrook. I know I've heard that name. Which one is that? Oh, is this game? I see, I see. I don't know if this is on my excited for things personally. No sign of Raiders is splat washed. Bright going yes. Don't listen to Bright. He does not speak for me. The problem with that game being on here is I don't know anything about it. So like I don't know if I'm excited for it. I want to be because I like Splatoon, but I can't say that I am, you know. Like there's really nothing to go off of there. Raiders single player. Your presence on stream is cooked. Oh my god. Okay. The other anime I was about to put on this thing is one that I'm putting my trust in Kami and Dave in. That's Akane Banashi, which does seem cool. Oh my god. What's up, Kami? How do I grab this? You just fell to his knees. Not be disappointed. That's the idea. That's the hope. The best chess playing dog in Jump today. Okay. We got 2 spaces left to fill. Dude, are there like any games this year that I'm really looking forward to like that? I don't think so. Like not that we know of. I think I just want to play old games right now. New 3D Mario that we know of. I said that we know of. I'm sure there's gonna be something like at a Nintendo Direct that's like, oh my god, I need to play this. But like, as far as known quantities of things we know about and have enough information on for me to be really excited for and know for sure I'm gonna play this no matter what, there's nothing. Your uncle works at Mario. GTA 6. If you lie. I'm not excited for that shit, man. The first $100 video game. Yeah, this is gonna be the year of games I paid for relatively recently that I finally am gonna get around to. I'm excited for the Xenoblade X Switch 2 upgrade. I mean, that'd be neat. But I already played that game, so it's not like the craziest deal ever. It'd be a good excuse to go back and do stuff I never did. More of the quests, more post-game. But I don't know. It's Nintendo we're talking about. I don't know if they're gonna do that shit, man. I'm back here looking at the Annie chart. What? Anything on here? It's catching my eye. Say that. It's gotta be like... I'm not about to spend a bunch of time reading and watching trailers right now. It's gotta be something I already know about. We've got another stream in the pipeline. Not for me. We're talking about Annie chart anime. Right, fellas? Looks around. This is where Kami was supposed to post like Aga or something. Thank you for covering for him. Huh? I was just looking at the Annie chart anime again to see if there was something that caught my eye that I already knew about because I wasn't going to be watching trailers right now. And then I went, there's another stream in the pipeline, not necessarily for me, for watching these Annie chart anime trailers. Am I right, fellas? There we go. Ah, what's coming out this year? What's happening this year? Do I just put sequels? Anime sequels that are about to air like in 2 days? Like Frieren. Oh, that's in 2 weeks. Medalist Season 2. Is it those two? Are those the two sequels I'm most looking forward to? Probably. Wait until the Nintendo Direct next week. But we're doing this now, Kaiba. It's too late for, or too early for that. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna put these equals. Do we have a date on Okami too? Hell fucking no. That's gonna be like 2028 at the soonest. I put my hand on your shoulder. They just started making that game when they announced it. Okay. We're putting in the sequels. We're in season 2. Pretty freaking awesome arc is gonna get adapted fairly soon. Stay tuned. This one I have read. The other sequel I'm about to put on here, I have not read, so this is gonna be new to me. Medalist Season 2, cool figure skating anime. Talked about it first quarter, I think, last year, Q1. Video games are finished this year. Jill, we got a couple. We got a couple on here. We got Deltarune and Mina. And I mentioned a couple more nebulous vague dimension games that I don't know enough about yet to be like, yes, I'm gonna buy it. Smile. Okay. That's it. That's everything. We did it. We did the Order 4 3x3, talking about all the stuff I read and watched and played and listened to. Not all of it, but you know. We did the full year 5x5. Talked about how stuff I put down for 2025 most anticipated went. Smile and the sad face included. Poor Shadow. Well, Shadow himself is fine. He got a lot of stuff recently. But, you know, the one-shot comic would have been cool to read. I was looking forward to it. And the most anticipated stuff for this year, hopefully none of this crashes and burns or anything. Well, that's all, folks. I didn't have anything else planned for the stream, so that was it. Nice 3-hour stream and talking about games and movies and shows and stuff. Well, I think I am gonna call it there. I'll post these on all these funny little squares on B-Sky eventually. Yeah. Well, let me find somebody to raid. Yeah, why are you saying B-Sky like that? Just say you think it's cringe and you hate everybody on there, Bright. It's okay. You don't know, you were just being hateful. So in line with what I was saying. Lingering 2025 aura. I think you should drop that aura. It's bad for your health. 2025? Ooh. What a year. My funny media squares makes it all look like all sunshine and rainbows, but you look at the real world for 5 seconds and yikes. Okay, Bright just being more of a hater. Everybody tune into tomorrow's movie night. We got a special one. Yo. Some movie that wasn't on the list. Wow. New year, new era, like Uba Musume. Okay. I am going to send y'all. Wait, where did this stream like literally? Are they not live anymore? Oh, I guess not. I just looked at my who's live list and they disappeared. I'm sending y'all to Pyre. Change of plans. Pyre is playing freaking Mega Man. Year of Mega Man, bros. Mega Man, the hotness right now. I almost started typing my raid message or my raid command in his chat. Okay, Tibet. No, that's not the raid message. Not very nice. Next stream, probably Saturday. I don't know what I'm doing on Saturday. We'll figure it out. Yeah, that's gonna be the stream. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thank you, Dave, for the resub with Prime. Any primers in the chat? You got Twitch Prime. You got a free sub you can use every month on your favorite streamer. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Have a good rest of the night. Go watch Pyre play Mega Man. And Bright's real mean, right? He's like he really do got that 2025 aura about him right now. That's crazy. Oh my god, I dropped more frames right before the end of the stream. No, there's question marks. What's up, bro? What's up? Goodbye.